Hello and welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex. Declan Barb, Brianna Newell bringing you University women's hockey in the year 2023. Brianna, we've been at this for a long time, and when the calendar switches over, teams are no longer looking at, their next opponent. They're looking a couple opponents down the road, playoffs just ahead of us, and this could possibly be a final matchup. The final team, those RSEQ spots, so limited this year as Montreal already get the spot in the national championship as they host the University of Ottawa GGs take on the Concordia Stingers. 1 versus 2, number 1 in the nation here. And Brianna, this first game back, it's always about setting the tone. What do the GGs got to do in this one?
Well, I think you kind of said it. They have to set the tone for the second half of the season. Now, it's the first game after the break. You're coming off about a month of really not playing. And practicing, yes, is always great, but, all of us know, having played and everything as well, even if you haven't played, practicing what you're going to do and then actually playing, your timing is going to take a little bit longer perhaps to come back, shake the rest off a little bit. So I think GGs have to go back to their game plan. They were successful in the first half of the season when they played their game that Coach Girls set out in front of them and everyone bought in. So I think really that's the key for the GGs, to come out hard, come out strong, and set the tone for this game, but also moving forward into the second half, the remainder, and like you said, heading into playoffs, this is the time you want to peak.
This high-energy group, they'll be looking to set the tone early on in this one. Traditionally, a better second-period team in the GGs. The best team in the RSEQ at home. 7-0 this season. They take on the 10-3 Concordia Stingers, the number 1 team in the country. Only 1 point separate these two. How important is this game for the Stingers?
This is a huge game for the Stingers, for the GGs, but for the Stingers especially. They're 1 point ahead of the GGs in the standings. And, moving down the road, if it comes to, let's say, a tiebreaker, head-to-head is one of those options, right? And you want to keep not closing the gap, you want to keep extending the gap between themselves and the GGs, like I said, who are a point behind them. So, again, first game after the break for them as well. So getting their timing back is crucial, as well as the fact that it's a road game for them. So they've come off the bus, they've traveled here, making sure that they're getting their bus legs out of them quicker as opposed to later on in the game.
Should be a feisty contest, one that we look forward to very much. We'll be back in about 5 minutes time for the opening ceremonies, the national anthem, the land acknowledgement, and then puck drop. You won't want to miss this one.
the starting lineup for your Ottawa GGs. La formation partante de Guy et Grenat. On defense, number 55, Ariane. Number 93, Abby. And in goal et dans la finale numéro 29, Aurélie Dubuc. At this time, as part of our pregame program, please join us for the Indigenous affirmation, followed by a recording of the national anthem. Dans le cadre de nos 5 minutes d'avant-match, joignez-vous l'affirmation autochtone suivie de l'hymne national. As we gather for this event, the GGs pay respect to the Algonquin people, who are the traditional guardians of this land. Nous reconnaissons le lien sacré de longue date unis sur ce territoire qui demeure non cédé. Nous rendons également hommage à tous les personnes autochtones qui habitent Ottawa, qu'elles soient de la région ou d'ailleurs au Canada. We acknowledge the traditional knowledge keepers both young and old, and we honor their courageous leaders, past, present, and future. Merci. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Minto Sports Complex. Declan Barb and Brianna Newell getting you set for GG's hockey action. The first time these women's University of Ottawa hockey team will be back in action in the year 2023. Starting down at the other end, same matchup these two teams faced against in the creases. At least Phil Baer, the longtime starter for the Concordia Stingers, starts this one, a .915 save percentage, a 6-2 record this season, leading the Concordia Stingers to top of the nation. Down at the other end, the University of Ottawa starts with their longtime starter, Aurélie Dubuc. Dubuc, 6-2 on the season, a .931 save percentage, statistically the best goalkeeper in the division. This is the last weekend of eligibility that Aurélie Dubuc will have for a little while. Her and GG's head coach, Greg Bellows, travel off to the Universidad in St. Placid, New York. They'll represent Canada as they do. Greg Bellows will be the head coach, and I'd imagine Aurélie Dubuc will find herself in between the pipes for most of those games. We get things underway. The last time these two teams met, it was November 14th, 2021 here at the Minto Sports Complex. The GGs won 4-1 on that day. Alyssa McMillan, the hero, 2 goals for her. McMillan has obviously moved on, but these GGs looking to recreate the success saw on that day. That actually the last time these GGs have beaten the Concordia Stingers, 0-3 since that game in November. Turned over, Lavoie will dump the puck in for Concordia. Krasinski first one there, and here's Jade Todd. This line has been found magic for Chelsea Girls and her team. Jade Todd, Alyssa Biesenthal, and Abigail Malotny. Malotny tied for first in the division in goals, 10 goals for her in the first half of the season. Here's Chloe Gendreau. Gendreau centering, Fecteau a chance, couldn't bury it. Sorry, that was Emily Lavoie. Lavoie, 5 goals, 7 assists on the season. Her second campaign, she was Breakout Rookie of the Year a couple years ago. This Concordia Stinger program has gone from strength to strength. We talk about the impact of Julie Chu on this roster, and Caroline Oulette. They've really built something. A program to be trifled with. Is Chandra, a low shot kicked aside there by Dubuc. Here's Lalonde. Vigaro will chase that one in deep. Lifts the stick and takes a tumble. That one only as far as Angelique Prue. Prue still looking for her first point of the season. That one is able to be ushered to center by Justine Yell. She'll head off for a change, and Vicky Harkness will get it only as far as Fecteau. Here comes Fecteau, head full of steam through center. Prue gives Jessie Maud Drapeau a bump, and it finds its way to Clavel. Clavel to Harkness. Harkness through center. Closed down quickly. She'll just usher it on net. Clavel picks up the rebound. Ariane Minville stepped up in the absence of Prue. A long shot by Krasinski. Easy for Philbert. You'll have to do better to beat her. Clavel centering. Harkness. That one bobbled over her stick. Back to Krasinski. Krasinski down low. Harkness thought about chasing it. She'll let Catherine Birkby go after it. To Begansier. Begansier looks up, sees she's all alone, and Minville will reestablish possession for the GGs. Yell puts it back to her defensive partner. That one bobbles off the stick. Levitt only as far as Yell, who gets closed off. Good play by Gagnon. Another player still looking for their first point. Reese Meffam in the last game here. She had 2 goals. Or only 2 in the Garnet and Gray. But yet a long shot. Dubuc didn't see it. Was able to get it as far as a gray shirt. Icing waved off. Kate McLean wearing the number 27. Her and Kylie Lalonde, new numbers for them. That one wide of the mark. And the Stingers attempt to get over the GG's line. Kathleen Reedman. Reedman, the Saga Ontario native, will dump it in. Mighty impressive season for her. 1 goal, 5 assists. Another one of those young GGs having an excellent sophomore campaign.
And smart play by Reedman there too. She dumps it in over the red line and then goes and chases it to start the forecheck. And this is something where the GGs have to get back to. So far it's been just about 4 minutes into the game and the forecheck hasn't really been present.
Taylor Sims. Sims down low. Nice heads up play. Malotny. She had Biesenthal out front.
Right idea. She was trying to hit Biesenthal in the slot there for an opportunity.
Malotny, a backhander that couldn't find its way goalwards. Biesenthal stays after it.
Good play by Biesenthal to take it away from Phil Bear instead of allowing her to freeze it for a puck drop.
Biesenthal still trying to fight through it, finds its way to Olivia Hale. Angelique Prue collects it. It's been good first 5 minutes for the University of Ottawa. Taylor Sims trying to connect with Lalonde.
Nice interception there by Scott. Ooh.
Antsy moments. There's headed back towards her own net was Taylor Sims. Almost collided with her goalkeeper. Here's Yell. Deflected off the boards. Didn't bounce favorably for her. It's Leonie Philbert on it now. Sister of Alice Philbert. And that one dumped goalwards, and Dubuc will freeze up. So we had mentioned the national rankings. It's a topic you and I were talking about before the game. There's 2 teams in the RSEQ who are nationally ranked. Number 1, the Concordia Stingers. I'll give you a moment to guess who the second one is. It's the Montreal Carabins down in 10th spot. The GGs beat the Montreal Carabins in most of their meetings so far. They're higher in the standings, so I think the national rankings have a mind of their own, but the GGs putting together a mighty impressive campaign. Centering, Minville lost in her skates, just able to clear it. That one in the skates of Harkness. Big Ansier twisting, turning. Closed down quickly. And the net was off.
And we talked a little bit before the game about, shaking the rust off. It's the first matchup, let's say, after the break for about a month or so. And again, practicing is one thing, playing in games is another. And you can see on both sides here for Concordia Stingers as well as GG's that timing is a little bit off. Passes are not connecting as much. Feet maybe aren't under them as much. The mind is going a little bit faster than the body, perhaps. And it's going to take about a period or so to get back to where, they know they can be on both sides.
Soccer to head there, and it finds its way to the stick of Gendreau. Chloe Gendreau, the athlete of the week for the Concordia Stingers in the final week of 2022.
Oh, weird bounce off there.
Funny bounce. It comes its way to Lavoie. Long shot, that one. Just inches wide. Concordia completing a change. Rice has her pocket picked by Bilodeau. Bilodeau shoved aside. Arms stay down. Reedman forward and deflected in by Kate McLean. Elise Filbert stops it up. Sandrine Villette only as far as center. Forward in the skates of Boulanger.
Good gap there, though, by Sims as she was able to step up on that loose puck on Boulanger to
And
break
she's
up the play.
back on it now, up to Levitt. One-on-one. Levitt staring down Sims. A great stick there by Taylor Sims. Such a responsible defensive player is Taylor Sims. Yell trying to center it. Finds its way to Malotny. Malotny slows the play down. Cross ice. Jade Todd can't corral it. Krasinski tries to one-time that on to Malotny. It got caught in her skates and forced a moment for the play to slow down. Yell over the line. Minville and Scott not on the same page. Captain Olivia Hale will go back and send it cross ice. There's Fecteau. Fecteau, nice pass just out of the reach.
Good job by Minville there, though, taking the body.
It was Marquin Joubert who was trying to benefit. Clean patch ice ahead of her. Fecteau gets a bump from Krasinski. It's back with Meffam. Reese Meffam tries to reverse it, only into the midsection of Fecteau. Meffam all over the back of Big Ansier. Chloe Gendreau all alone in the slot. Fecteau. Gigi's doing a good job of keeping the Stingers to the outside. Meffam takes a shove in the back. Falls down, nothing coming, and then the arm goes up for icing.
And this is a great opportunity for the Concordia Stingers. GGs have been out for a while. Also interesting to note that the defensive pairing currently out there is Krasinski and Meffam. Not the traditional pairing that they should be having, and both a little bit on the slower-footed side, I would say. So definitely an opportunity for
Lavoie shot into the glove of Aurélie Dubuc. She didn't get everything there.
Right spot, though, 100%, and a great pass over to Lavoie. And had she got a little bit more wood on it there, that would have been a huge opportunity for Dubuc to come up strong.
Forcing Dubuc to move, but that one easy enough for her. As I mentioned, one of the best statistical goalies in the division right now, a .931 save percentage. She will be sorely missed, but Mahika Sarazin, the rookie out of Cégep Limoilou, was mighty impressive last year. Hasn't played too much this season, but will be called into action as early as next weekend. Now on a miscommunication there, and Taylor Sims will chase it back, and we'll have an icing with 11:15 to go in the first. The exact situation reversed down at the other end. This tired Concordia group. A little bit of a mixed bag out there. And Vicky Harkness, just at the top of your screen, you can see in the bumper spot, it's gotten back to her in that one. Not going to trouble Filbert. Gendreau twisting and turning, can't get past Birkby. Emily Lavoie, who was shifting through center, and here's Alex Clavel. Clavel and Harkness not on the same page. Harkness just dumps it for Clavel to collect down low and bobbles off Harkness' stick and shows too much to Chloe Gendreau. Alexandra Bouillet. And Reedman touches it up in an offside position. It's Kate McLean, who was slow getting back on side. Special moment over the holiday break for 5 of the GGs. Catherine Birkby, Abigail Malotny, Ariane Minville, and Alyssa Biesenthal all got to participate in the PWHPA All-Star Skills Competition at the Canadian Tire Centre. Some great content on the GG social media. Looked like a heck of an event, and one that I'm sure those girls won't soon forget. Here's Gagnon. Gagnon over the line. Hits off a body and into the corner. McLean, first one there. Gagnon centering Bilodeau, not home. Fecteau did a good job of dropping deep and cutting off a passing lane. Who's Boulanger up to Fecteau. Fecteau, one rings off the stick of Brody Levitt. Cross ice. Here's Kate McLean wearing the number 27. McLean will dump it in and head off for a change. Top line comes out for the GGs. Moquin Joubert, who was trying to chase down a loose puck. Leonie Philbert dumps it down. It's Moquin Joubert back on it. Caroline Moquin Joubert. Just given a run by Angelique Prue. Yell, that one just bobbles off her sticker. Would have been a good opportunity to test Aurélie Dubuc. Here's Angelique Prue. Prue will dump it in and head off for a change. Back and forth hockey here at the Minto Sports Complex. Yell. Big Anzier. Up to Drapeau. Massimo Drapeau trying to muscle it over the line, and it finds its way to Taylor Scott. Scott loses it in her feet. Watched by Big Anzier. Touch pass. Aaron puck. Drapeau. Nice little move there by Drapeau. Closed off quickly by a Gigi. Kylie Lalonde heads up. Shows too much of it to Big Anzier. That one, they'll say, went off Mahika Sarazin on the GG's bench. And we'll have a face-off in the University of Ottawa zone. GGs and Stingers have met twice this season. The Stingers have won both meetings. 3-2 in both of those games. The GG's on a little bit of a tear, though. This is the end of a 5-game homestand.
And it's always a good matchup between these two teams. Even the 2 instances where they met up before, like you mentioned, always very close calls and well-played games. Could go either way.
It really could, as here's Alex Clavel. This game still looking for its first marker. Centering pass, that one. Birkby was all tied up in front.
Nice play, though, by Clavel to send it over to Birkby in front of the net there for an opportunity. Good
aggressive goalkeeping there by Alice Philbert to come and cut off that pass. Fecteau, who has been involved at both ends of the ice so far in this one, was back doing a little bit of her defensive duties.
I'm going to say good job defensively by Fecteau to take the stick away from Birkby to make that a little less threatening of an opportunity.
And we've praised the 200-foot game of Abigail Malotny, but something that goes unmentioned in the goal, surrounding all the goals and points for Emmy Fecteau, is her defensive work. She's a real 200-foot player. We've seen it since she entered the league from the CEGEP system. 8 goals, 8 assists for her this season, and, you know, it's been her defensive work at the other end that's really gotten the praise. Here she is, Emmy Fecteau. Centering pass, saved by Dubuc.
And it's funny, we were just talking about defensive play, and it was a good back check there that Ariane Gagnon had done, but what she could have done differently, instead of just turning her stick over to almost hook, which would have been called, you know, had it been a little bit more obvious, it's going underneath the stick and actually lifting it up off the ice, so no chance is actually going on Dubuc.
There's good positioning there by Dubuc to prevent a goal. That one batted down with a hand. Here's Abigail Malotny. Malotny has Biesenthal and Todd. 3-on-2. Todd going for the net. Malotny head up. Nice defensive play there by Hale. She read her like a book.
Yeah, great defensive play by Hale to slide back there, and there really was no trailer for Malotny to hit, and it was just 2 lines people going.
Lavoie! Oh, she almost Opened Minville right up and would have been the best opportunity so far.
A little bit of a lucky play there by Minville, looking at the puck instead of the body.
Richard Vecteau trying to touch it on. Not on the same page there with Boulanger. That one dumped down. Sloppy play in the Concordia end. Here's Leonie Filbert. Long shot. That one spilled by DeBook and was able to get there first. Finds its way to the University of Ottawa corner. Sophie Gatto with a nice little head fake to create a second or two of absence, and then turns it over to Brody Levitt. Sophie Gatto over the line. That one forced back out to center. Kathleen Reedman closed down quickly by Vecteau. Vecteau, she's all by herself, and she'll draw a penalty there.
Yeah, and again with Reedman there on the back check, she got beat a little bit. Yes, she was moving her feet, but you know the ref let one time go, 2 times go. Eventually, you're gonna get called for it.
Gigi's head to the penalty kill for the first time tonight. This Stingers offense has been led by their power play so far this season. Kathleen Reedman, a very important penalty killer as well, heads off for 2 minutes or less. Expect the Gigi's penalty kill to be nice and aggressive, as that one, the lane just opened up there. It was Courtney Rice who almost didn't believe it.
I don't think we believed it up here either.
Jandro and Rice collide into each other. Shows a little too much to the University of Ottawa. Here's Jandro. Chloe Jandro on the backhand, looking for a pass. Lavoie. Long shot on that one. Just wide of the net. Not properly cleared. Birkby given a second bite of the cherry, and Boyer holds the line. Long shot by Lavoie. And here's the chance the other way. Here's Vicky Harkness. Sorry. That was Abigail Malotny, number 2 and number 92 and 93. Both players who play with a lot of class. Vecteau, centering pass all by herself. Filbert, a long shot, and that one opens the scoring. Nice pass by Vecteau, and Filbert makes no mistake.
And that one really, it's a tough one. DeBook didn't see that at all. We could see from up here, she didn't move. She didn't even know where it was coming from. And really, this opportunity started on the rush by the Gigi's. It was Malotny's shot that went way wide all the way around and literally broke out the Concordia Stingers to come back into the Gigi's zone, set it up, and get that nice shot from the point with absolutely no contention to have it go right on DeBook.
Filbert's first goal of the season, Vecteau's 9th assist. We'll see who gets the secondary assist there, but the Concordia Stingers lead the University of Ottawa Gigi's by 1. Here's Begansier. Vecteau, a long shot, blocker to side there by Aurélie DeBook. After a good first 5 minutes, this game has slowly moved into the favor of the Concordia Stingers. So that's Vicky Harkness on it now, and here's Taylor Sims. So Jandro gets the other assist. 7 assists for her on the season, so just to confirm, it is Leonie Filbert, her first goal of the season. The assist by Emmy Vecteau and Chloe Jandro. Still word being had between Olivia Hale and the official about what I can only assume is proper face-off etiquette. And now Julie Chu getting involved. Watch Ariane Gagnon in the bumper spot. That face-off lost by the Gigi's. Here's Veillette. Yell had set the pick to give Veillette a little bit of time, and Bilodeau closes in quickly. Stretch pass. Martin-Joubert was in offside, but she was unmarked, making a darting dash to the in behind the GG's defense. Here's Bilodeau. Bilodeau has McLean ahead of her. Kate McLean taking down the arm stay down. It was more of a coming together between the two. Marianne Gagnon is pinned to the boards. Mepham, a long shot. That one gloved by Alex Filbert.
And again, always good to get shots on net, but that one, there was no traffic in front of that, in front of the net, nothing at all. Would have been a much better idea. Bring it back a little bit, gets it up, give your forwards a chance to get to the front of the net and create a type of screen before launching it on there for that opportunity.
Alyssa Biesenthal draws into the dot. GG's have been poor on the faceoff dot so far in this first period. That one, Molodny, that one just wide. That's the play they've been trying to set up all day. Biesenthal to Todd. Jay Todd aiming for the 5-hole. Stopped by Alex Filbert. This line has been everywhere for the University of Ottawa. Reese Mepham. Mepham, a long shot, trying to be deflected on by Todd. Camille Richard beats the University of Ottawa GG there, and Reese Mepham is able to get it back down into the Stinger zone. Two GGs engaged behind the nets. Lotney reverses to Todd. Todd trying to get the puck back to Biesenthal. She's given a shove and falls to the ice. Jay Todd. Todd not on the same page as Krasinski. Krasinski just back down low, keeping the cycle going. That one out of the reach of Biesenthal, who's at the end of a shift. And then out of the reach of Kylie Lalonde. Lalonde up to Scott, who was unaware. And that'll go the length of the ice for icing. Seeing GG's captain, Michaela Krasinski, in the shot. That one, miscommunication between her and Jay Todd that would have created a good scoring opportunity.
Had Krasinski been a left-handed shot, though, it would have been an absolutely phenomenal pass.
Here's Begansier, one of a number of excellent young players on this Stingers roster. Begansier stops up, centering pass. Emmy Fecteau, that one just a little too fine. She has this fantastic knack of finding herself loose in the high slot. Something we've seen a number of times in this game. You just really want to man mark her.
And that's somewhere you don't want your opposing team to be, is right in the slot there.
And especially a player of the quality of Emmy Fecteau. McIntyre. Filbert, the goal scorer. Dumps that one in. Drapeau will try and beat a GG there. Funny bounce off the boards. Falls kindly for a GG. Minville takes the scenic route. He's able to dispossess Yell. Taylor Sims. She has Harkness. Didn't see her. Taylor Sims over the line. Has her pocket picked by Martin-Joubert. Sorry, that was Bureau Gagnon. Here's Martin-Joubert over the line. Beats Alex Clavel there. Clavel will show her the boards. Nice little reverse. Hale. Olivia Hale, a long shot. That one off the stick of what I can only assume is Aurelie DeBucken into the corner. Out of the reach of Taylor Sims. She's closed down quickly. Is able to smuggle it around. Here's Jay Todd. Todd looking for Biesenthal. That one almost found its way to Biesenthal. Boyer looking for Lavoie. Gigi's going to draw a power play.
That's an interesting call. Let's just pause on that for a sec. So, puck is in the corner. GG's are going to chase it. Concordia's going to chase it. Mepham brings down the Concordia Stinger player. In falling, Concordia brings down a GG player, and Concordia gets the penalty. If that's not a soft call, I don't know what is. And after watching the World Juniors, I know what a soft call is.
With 46 seconds to go, the GGs get their first opportunity on the power play, but here's Fecteau. Already not starting the way the GGs would have wanted it to. Emily Lavoie, who heads off to the box for 2 minutes or less for tripping. This penalty will be segmented by the intermission as Malotny cross-eyes. Harkness will get him set up. 20 seconds to go. Minville, the quarterback of this power play. Over to Malotny. Malotny blocked by Filbert. Got to act quick. We're into the final 10 seconds here. Puck exactly where the Stingers want it to be. In the final 5 seconds. Play blown dead, so we'll get a face-off.
Yeah, and it was a good play there by Filbert. Not only did she come up and block the puck that Abigail Malotny was trying to put on net, but she also made a good play by freezing against the boards, knowing that there was only a few seconds left in the period.
And for some reason, the face-off will come out of the zone. They'll say it was the GGs who wanted to keep it right there. The face-off won. Angelique Prue, a shot blocked by Hale, and that'll do it. We'll be back in a few moments' time to break down all the action from the first period. The GGs trail in this one by a score of 1-0. Leonie Filbert, the lone goal scorer. GGs will start the second period with a minute of 14 of playoff action, of penalty, of power play action. Welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex. Declan Bart, Brianna Newell to dissect the first period of action here. The Concordia Stingers lead the University of Ottawa 1-0. The goal scored by Leonie Filbert, and it's just good work on the power play.
Yeah, it was good work on the power play, but I would also say that the GGs really helped out with that goal. So there was a break where Malotny was fed a puck, shorthanded. She was coming down like the far side, the bench side, and put a shot on net, but it was high and wide, sailing way past. And the problem is that just helped with the whole breakout of Concordia, and now you're one person short on the penalty kill. So Concordia is coming back full head of steam on the power play. They gain entry into the zone without really any contest, able to set up on the right-hand side flank here. They pass it over to Filbert, who's by herself in the slot, which is somewhere that you don't want someone like Filbert or really anyone in Concordia, quite honestly, to be. And again, not only does she have time to receive the pass, but she has time to shoot it on net the way she did with absolutely no one in the lanes, nothing. If anything, the GGs did do Book a disservice because no one was going out to put a stick on puck, nothing, or block the shot. And in doing that, or not doing anything, I'd say the inaction caused Dubuque to be completely screened and not even see the puck where it was coming from. And that one just lopped over her shoulder, not a position she's beaten all too often. Leonie Filbert's first goal of the season, and it was all set up by a beautiful saucer pass by Emmy Fecteau. It was a period of mistakes for the GGs, a little bit on the Concordia end, but GG's not playing their usual game. We haven't seen them as much
on the forecheck. They'll need a big response in the second period. How do they get that forecheck going?
No, 100%. You basically said it. It's the forecheck that really is the key. Like, yes, it's the first game back. Yes, we talked about shaking off the rust, but first 5 minutes, okay. The whole period, you know that the forecheck is so crucial to the success of your game. You need to go in hard. You need to go in strong. You need to be cycling the puck. We didn't see that at all from the GGs at all either during that first 20 minutes of play. So GGs need to go and send one person hard completely on the puck. Second one should be right behind to pick up that loose puck. That's why they were successful in the first half of the season. And then you were able to get that cycle going. Try to catch Concordia out of position. You have someone free and available to hopefully put that puck in the back of the net. We haven't seen that at all. If anything, the GG seemed very lethargic going in on the forecheck. I'll give an example of, Bilodeau, Gagnon. Those are a couple of ladies that we said a lot in the first half of the season where they've been so good on the forecheck. Here, they're not going in as hard. So, yes, it's a little bit of rust. Two, it's that mindset. So that's the shift that needs to happen going into the second period now.
And we've seen it a little bit from the first line, but the GG's a team that really rely on their depth in numbers. The Concordia Stingers playing without a body. They're a man short today. I think we'll expect to see that in the second period. The GG's the best second period team in the division. We've seen them stage some of their best comebacks and some of their best periods in that second period. A lot to look forward to. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time for the second period of action. Declan DeBart, Brianna Newell. There's still a lot of hockey to be played, folks. Welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex ahead of the second period. The Concordia Stingers start with the University of Ottawa GG start with a minute and 14 seconds of power play time. It was a power play that looked listless in the first half of the season.
Yeah, I'm not going to go back on that penalty goal, but, this is a huge opportunity for the GGs. It's second period, you're down a goal. What a momentum shifter if you're able to tie up the game this early on and on a power play nonetheless.
And I think it all starts with your big players here. You have Vicky Harkness and Abigail Malotny. Harkness on it now, looking for Malotny. Got one hack. Can't jam it in. It's in. The GG score. I was just saying it relies on the big players. And Abigail Malotny and Vicky Harkness connect. And the GGs tie it up.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, right? This momentum shifter capitalizing on the power play. And this was a play that really didn't look very threatening. It was a nice pass by Harkness to the front of the net for that one-timer, and you thought, okay, it's a rebound, it's going to the side, but Gigi's kept on it, Girl kept on it to put it to the front. I'm not even sure to tell you how that puck ended up going in. I don't know if it went off Philbert, I have no idea. Regardless, you have a tied game 1-1 here.
Big players show up in big moments, and especially when your power play is struggling. Those are the players you need to step up. The GG's power play was under 10% in the first half of the season. At one point, it got as low as 4.8%. They've scored power play goals in their last 3 games, and that one will get confirmation. Here's another chance. Oh, Jade Todd just couldn't connect with Alyssa Biesenthal.
Nice idea, though. Just a little too far in front of Biesenthal, especially being on her offhand there, not a left-handed shot.
Kylie Lalonde makes up the numbers on this shift. So the goal is Abigail Malotny's 11th goal of the season. I think Sophie Gatto is getting robbed of an assist there, but the goal officially is Abigail Malotny. Her 11th of the season is, here's Concordia Fecto cross-ice pass. That a slap pass looking for Drapeau.
Smart idea by Riedman, though, to just stay in the middle and stay with Drapeau instead of going towards the puck.
Harkness gets the lone assist. So that one, centered pass. Sear couldn't beat or lead to book, and that one just hacked aside to the corner. Jay Todd, Alyssa Biesenthal, and Kylie Lalonde gets in the shooting lane. Sear.
And that's something that they were missing in the first period that we spoke about as well. Exactly what Kylie Lalonde did, getting in the lane of the shots, especially from someone like Philbert, Richard, any of them really on the Concordia Stingers.
Favorable bounce. Sear, nice save there by Aurélie Dubuc. Sear down
Key
low.
Stop there by Dubuc, and again, that's where GGs have to get their stick on the puck.
Sear turned over. That one right down the gut. Another mistake, another opportunity for the Stingers.
And it's the same mistake 2 times, right? Again, there's no GG that's taking the player. There's no GG that's getting in those shooting lanes. And not saying to, lie down and take the shot in your face or anything, but get in that lane and get your stick on the puck to deflect it. There's been no contest going on Aurélie Dubuc from these Concordia Stingers. Like they have all the time in the world.
And it's far too easy for them, as you say, but here's a chance for the GGs. Catherine Birkby cross ice to Alex Clavel. That pass just a little bit too far out of her reach. McIntyre with a good spin. Yell shovels it only as far as Harkness. Vicky Harkness looking for her 5th goal of the season. That one just put wide. Angelique Prue. Face fully Yell. She'll stop up. Nice little play. It's loose, and Philbert will freeze it up.
Nice little attempt there in front of Philbert. I think that GG's a big key for this period as well is, keeping it simple. We've seen a lot of plays that have been forced or these passes that are trying to be forced and they're just not connecting. So sometimes things just don't connect. They don't work. You need to bring it back to the basics and be very simple with your play.
Ariane Gagnon. Ariane Minville, a long shot. That one just wide. Krasinski tries to beat Gendreau to the puck. Gets a stick on it and holds it in.
Good job there. She got help by Bilodeau to keep it in the zone as well.
This is the energy line for the University of Ottawa. Bilodeau, Gagnon, and Kate McLean. McLean basically backed up there into Philbert and got a shove. She now has Leonie Philbert pinned to the boards. Or it's Veillette she had pinned to the boards. Bilodeau given a hard shove. She's still on it now, the rookie from Cégep Limoilou. twisting and turning, and the Stingers able to get it only as far as Krasinski. Lopped up in the air. Bilodeau shags the fly ball and smuggles it to center. Here's Richard. Fecteau, nice pass. Bégancier. Bégancier drags, shoots that one just wide. Minville spins only as far as Fecteau. Buzzing all over the ice. Fecteau drags, shot blocked. Richard. Another shot. That one off a body. No one knows where it is. Here's Scott. Fecteau. Beats Krasinski. She has Drapeau. Fecteau goes all by herself and scores! Emmy Fecteau, her 9th of the season, restores the Stingers' lead.
And again, this is the same mistake that was made in the first period on the other Concordia goal. There are no sticks from the GGs that are getting on the sticks of the Concordia Stingers to get on that puck. It was, I believe, Krasinski who was on that side. She has a long reach. She's a tall girl. She has a long stick. Making sure that her stick gets on the Concordia Stinger, on Fecteau's stick instead. Minville, nothing really, or sorry, Reedman, nothing really she could have done in that instance. Ended up being basically 3 Concordia Stingers against really just her staying in the middle there. All she could have done was that.
GGs tie things up for all of 4 minutes, and the Stingers bounce right back and tie it up. It's already a 2-goal game for, a 2-point game rather for Fecteau. That one a chance for Biesenthal to jam it in. The GGs looking for a response. Good hustle there by Malotny, being harassed by Lavoie. Boulanger blocked by Reedman. Lavoie too fine. Reese Meffam, that one off the back of the goal. Meffam picks it back up to Todd. So it's Fecteau unassisted. And Emmy Fecteau, a goal and an assist already today. So that one, miscommunication there between Sims and DeBook is trying to smuggle the puck on net there. It's gotten up to center, Vicky Harkness. Harkness watched by Veillette, shovels it in to Clavel. Alex Clavel trying to lift it over the shoulder of Philbert, who had gone down to the butterfly early.
Nice try there, and a great play by Harkness to slow up a little bit to find Clavel for that opportunity.
Birkby looking for Krasinski, deflects off a stick. Catherine Birkby has been an excellent depth scoring option so far this season for the University of Ottawa. 9 points so far, 5 goals, 4 assists. But here's Drapeau Gagnon. Gagnon with a shot. It's saved there by DeBook. Leonie Philbert. That one just wide. Lavoie trying to pick the corner just over the net. Bégancier holds the line. Walking into the slot. Nice move to the backhand. Bégancier, she loses it and almost found the back of the net.
Nice try there by Bégancier, showing off some hands a little bit. I wonder if she watched Bedard in the World Juniors.
Fecteau! This line has been everywhere for Concordia. Bégancier, Drapeau, and Fecteau. Bégancier back on it. Onto the forehand, a shot. That one dribbling wide and kicked in. I think it'll go down as Fecteau's goal, but I'm almost certain it went off Minville. Concordia lead by 2.
And a couple of breakdowns there, not dissimilar from the other ones, but again, GG's not getting sticks on puck, not getting the puck out of the zone, and Concordia, quite honestly, just being the better team right now. They're all over the GG's in their zone. We've barely seen, offensive play by the GG's in the Concordia zone. And here it was a very simple thing as well, as the defenseman not picking up a stick. So Fecteau was able to go in really uncontested. And whether it went off the skate or Fecteau hit it in with her stick, just lifting the stick could have helped mitigate that, I would say.
GGs find themselves in a 2-goal hole. It's been a good start and a good response to the period here by the Stingers. It's all led by that top line. Shot on goal, that one just wide. Gagnon, first to it. Down low, Bilodeau. Lalonde. Lalonde hauled down. So they do give the goal to Fecteau. So the assists going to the two defensemen out there, Sandrine Veillette and Léonie Filbert. Abigail Malotny picks up a loose puck, gets it over to Todd. This Gigi's top line looking to answer back to the Stingers' onslaught. Angelique Prue stops up, has an option back at the point, elects to reverse to Todd. Todd harassed, she's still on it now, Jade Todd.
Good job by Todd spinning and protecting the puck there behind the net.
We've seen a lot of growth from her this season. That one deflected on and saved by Elise Filbert. It's a 2-point night as well for Léonie Filbert, the sister of Alice. Goal and an assist so far for her. Fecteau, 2 goals and an assist. It's been a dominant performance. Lavoie working down and tight, trying the wraparound. Camille Richard touches it back to Lavoie. Lavoie, top of the slot. Nice block there. It's been free real estate today so far for the Concordia Stingers, that top of the slot. The GGs being forced to collapse because of the aggressive play of the wingers of the Stingers. Richard, that one off her stick. Levitz, pinned by Sims. Sims and Levitt get into it.
Sims.
Comes to Lavoie. On the backhand through the legs. What a skill play there. Nice save by Dubuc. But Lavoie with a flash of brilliance.
So if I'm a Gigi's playing and the opposing team does that, that to me is they're not even taking you seriously. They feel like they have the room, they have the ability to do this because you're not doing anything to stop them. That would fire me up if I was playing on the GGs right now.
You also probably don't like the Michigan.
I do not. Nope. There's a time and a place for that. You're winning by 8 goals, you go ahead and do that, Michigan. You're winning by 8 goals, you go ahead and do that play that she did, Lavoie. Otherwise, nope, not a fan.
You're boring.
I'm realistic.
Here's the Stingers. Big Ansier, Fecteau. This top line goes to work again. GGs have had no answer. And it's been this line we've seen against them all night.
And hey, give credit where credit is due, though. Concordia has come out and has been dominating this game completely.
The number 1 program in the country, showing why they're ranked so highly. Here's Angelique Prue jumping up in the rush.
Why they're ranked the highest, period.
Puck comes to Olivia Hale. Hale only as far as Birkby. Birkby reverses and Clavel will chase after it. McIntyre. Smart play to get it to Big Ansier. Turned over. Here's Kate McLean. McLean trying to find the center. I think it got to Garo and was blocked on its way through. Big Ansier head up, sees face full of Taylor Sims. It works out for her. Back to Big Ansier. Big Ansier's Drapeau. Big Ansier. Team completing a change, and she'll just reverse it and dump the puck in and head off. So Vigaro up to Kylie Lalonde. Lalonde, an ambitious pass looking for Kate McLean. Nice stop up there. GGs go back to work. Chance in front. 3 GGs. Kate McLean finds herself on the ground. And how they didn't even generate a shot on goal out of that, it's beyond me. That forecheck going back to work, though, that's what we've been talking about. What has been successful for them, forcing mistakes down in the offensive zone. Here's Malotny. Malotny trying to shift passion. She'll draw a penalty. Malotny just keeps her feet moving.
I was going to say, good job there by Malotny. And Malotny's a smart player. She's an intelligent player with high hockey IQ. She knew exactly what she was doing when she changed lanes. It was to force Richard to also follow her and take her down and cause that penalty. So well done by Malotny there.
So it's another tripping penalty. The GGs, who capitalized on their first opportunity, will head to the power play for 2 minutes or less. Camille Richard heads off to the boxes. That one's just shot right on from the face-off. Kathleen Reedman collects and the GGs are set up. Here's Todd. Todd to Reedman. Reedman down low, Clavel. Alex Clavel. Back to Jade Todd. Jade Todd down low. Bumper. And turned over to Begansier. Good puck movement there from the GGs. Just no one in the slot to direct that one home. Stretch pass. Alex Clavel gets something on it, the ref says. Biesenthal first there. Back to Todd. Todd down low to Biesenthal. Over her stick to Bilodeau. Bilodeau off to Clavel. Clavel has Reedman at the point. Centering pass. Oh, how did Alex Clavel miss that?
Right idea, though, by Biesenthal. Clavel was wide open back door.
Minute gone in the power play. Much better from the GGs. They've done their homework. Went in, put the hours in, and have improved this power play. We didn't see anything like this in the first half of the season. Biesenthal trying to cut to the slot, and Begansier will take her time with this one and send it the length of the ice.
Interesting how there was no call on that either, as Philbert had her stick way up in the armpit, I would say, of the GG player.
Malotny looking up. GG's wanting to complete a change. Jade Todd forced to stay on for a moment. Nice little move trying to get past. And here's Malotny. Backhand saved by Philbert. Another opportunity. That one saved again by Philbert. 20 seconds to go. The top unit out there. Marianne Minville. Minville has Malotny. She elects to go down low to Prue. Angelique Prue. Prue. Harkness.
Ooh.
Vicky Harkness trying to cut to the center of the ice. Harkness. Malotny. Malotny catch, release. Spilled. And then frozen up. The puck loose. The GG's not happy about it, but Concordia bailed out there.
Definitely much better puck movement going on the GG's power play. Very nice how they basically go from the right flank or the left flank, whatever it is, up to the point, cross, they go down, and the person, whoever is in the slot, actually pops up. And that's how that opportunity with Biesenthal over to Clavel was even made to be an opportunity, quite honestly.
Vicky Harkness, a clapper, that one.
Opens
Blocked by Grau. And we've seen them, as you say, do a much better job. Drapeau, who was in the box serving the penalty, chance the other way. Drapeau and Yell. Drapeau all by herself. She tries to pick the corner. That one sails high and wide.
Good job by Minville on the 2-on-1 as well by staying in the middle, giving to Book the shot.
Here's Malotny cutting to the ice, cutting the center of the ice. That one saved there by Philbert. It's a nice little touch pass there by Catherine Birkby to make sure that it found Malotny with a head full of steam headed back the other way. 6 minutes, 48 seconds to go.
Overall, I think we could say so far, this period has been a much better period of hockey than the first period.
I think this period much more representative of the quality that these two teams have shown all season, as Catherine Birkby somehow still on it. Herculean effort there to even get the puck directed goalwards. Reedman holds that one.
Good job by Reedman there.
Leonie Philbert just able to get it out to center, and only as far as Reese Meffam, who sends the puck into the Stinger zone. Calm as you like by Begansier across ice. Piero Gagnon shown the boards by Krasinski. Harkness takes a check to make a play. Turned over. Minville follows that one to the corner. Time for the Lavoie line to set up in the offensive zone. Can't be cleared. That one behind the back of Chloe Gendreau, and weak blocked on its way through. Harkness up to Minville. Minville will dump it in. These some very tired GG's legs. Long change working against them. Here's Lavoie, all by herself. Nice drag shot, kicked aside there by Aurélie Dubuc. McIntyre now on it. Somehow not dispossessed, and it finds its way to Levitt. Brody Levitt looks up, sees she has no one in front, Likes to go at herself.
Good job using her body and her edge work to protect the puck there as, Prue is trying to get the puck off her.
Levitt able to get it down to Alexandra Boulanger. Fecteau, a shot! That one's stopped by the stick. And again, it was Fecteau who came off the bench unannounced and generated a golden opportunity there for the Stingers. Abigail Malotny slow to her feet. She's tired at the end of a shift. The GGs have been pinned back for a couple more minutes. 4 minutes, 27 seconds left to go. Chaos at the GG's bench, and the Stingers unable to capitalize on it. Here's Yell. Yell has Biero Gagnon. Boyer. Boyer will chase back after that one.
Good step up there by Reedman. Stopping the puck at the blue line, basically.
And Berkby follows it up and sends it down into the Stinger zone. Centering pass, that one almost off Drapeau and into the net. That one dumped by Macar Joubert. Drapeau all over the back of Ariane Minville. Fecteau saved by Dubuc. Begansier. Held at the line by Leonie Filbert. Only for a moment, though, as it's out to Alex Clavel. Clavel looks up. 3 minutes left. Trying to decom past Camille Richard. Richard up to Rice. Rice cutting to the net. To the backhand. Nice save there.
Good job by Dubuc there, shutting the door.
An excellent display of edge work there by Courtney Rice. Lalonde. Lalonde has Bilodeau. Lalonde shot. Finds way back to her. Blocked again.
Wow. Nice job by Hale there.
The captain got in front of both of those ones. I don't know if she meant to get in front of the second one, but excellent job to disrupt what would have been a good opportunity there for Kylie Lalonde. We know what kind of shot she has. Taylor Sims, that one wide. Bilodeau thrown down. And then Fecteau just lifts it to center. Finds its way back to her. Emmy Fecteau can't get it past Kathleen Reedman. Followed up there by Leonie Filbert. And down the length of the ice. That one will be an icing call and some tired Stingers out there.
And again, just a great stop there by Dubuc. Great speed shown by Rice. Like, a lot of good things that were happening there. But how that resulted is because GGs were a little bit careless with the puck. You have a long change this period. You're about 2 feet inside the blue line of the offensive zone. You get that puck in deep. It ended up in an odd man rush against the GGs for that chance.
GG's going to look to establish the cycle game, the big unit out there. Malotny into her skates. And call it a commentator's curse as Begansier carries it out to center. Forwards head off for a change. But back come the GGs. Biesenthal on Malotny onto Biesenthal. Back to Malotny. Malotny cross ice. Nice save there by Filbert to read it. That's what you want. You want to get the goalie moving one way, and you just shoot a cross body. Needed just a little bit more patience.
Great idea, though, and again, nice little catch between Biesenthal and Malotny for that opportunity. And because the pass was done so early on in the zone, Malotny had more room to go in and make that extra move around the defending Concordia Stinger who was rushing in from that far side.
And we've seen that from her all season long. 11 goals so far this season, and so good at using her edge work. Her and Biesenthal have really formed a partnership that's been much to the benefit of this GG season.
Yep, really clicked well. Or clicking well, I should say.
They're put together in a game back in October and haven't been broken up since. Olivia Hale. Trinsky gonna beat Gendreau to the puck. Back to Gendreau. And Krasinski gets the wrap on Gendreau and will take a penalty. The referee was waiting for that arm to get wrapped around, and they'll call that one every single day of the week. GG's power penalty kill 0 for 1 on the day. The Stingers open the scoring on the power play.
And of course, you see out there right now, you have Bagensier, you have Fecteau, you have Philbert, all the big guns. And so with 1:10 left to go in this period, if you're the GGs, you want to come out of this period with no more goals against. So getting in front of shots is key. Getting stick on puck, which they have failed to do so far this game, is absolutely crucial as well.
And taking away that high slot. That one off the skate of Drapeau. Prue takes a tumble. Fecteau sets a pick. Philbert, faked shot. Here's Bagensier. Fecteau! Saved there. Still loose. And it comes back out to Fecteau. Emmy Fecteau looking for Drapeau at the back post.
Right idea, because Drapeau would have had a wide open net.
Here's Drapeau trying to reverse it there. Birkby just hammers it down the ice. 30 seconds to go. If they're quick about it, they can get one more opportunity. G's got to be careful not to get caught in a change. Here comes Leonie Philbert. Up to Courtney Rice. She'll set up. 10 seconds to go. Spinning Biero Gagnon off a leg and wide. Bagensier back to Philbert. 5 seconds. Philbert, Bagensier. She needs to shoot 2. That one off the mask of Dubuc, and that'll do it for the second period. So the Stingers come into the period with a 1-goal lead. They'll leave it with a 2-goal lead. Breakout period there for Emmy Fecteau. She has 3 points tonight. We'll be back in a few moments' time to dissect all the action. Back in the bar from Brianna Newell. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex. Declan Bart, Brianna Newell to wrap up the second period of action here. And Brianna, a period the GGs grab an early goal. You think they're setting the tone to come back the other way. The Stingers don't go away. They score 2 more, both off the stick of Emmy Fecteau.
Yeah, I really did have a good feeling when the GGs scored that first goal. I thought, hey, you know what? They're in it. They've come out a little bit stronger than they did in the first game. The rust is gone. Everything's gone. Holidays are gone. They're feeling good. And yeah, Concordia doesn't go away. There's a reason for why this program is ranked #1 for like years. It's not even just this year. Pretty much every year. They always have an extremely competitive program. Even when I was playing, they had an extremely competitive team at that time as well. And so they just keep going. They keep coming at you. And that's exactly what they did this second period. We were just talking before how GGs have had pretty much no offensive pressure the entire period, except for maybe the first couple minutes when they did have that goal on the power play. And the issue is the GGs are spending so much time in their own zone defending because Concordia is putting so much pressure and they're throwing their bodies around. That takes a lot of energy. So by the time you get the puck out, by the time you manage to get the puck out of your zone, you want to go on the offense, but you got no gas left in the tank, and that's what's really hurting the GGs right now.
And the GG's a team that has a number of players who excel at getting the puck from your own defensive zone, putting it in the offensive zone, and then they kind of just stay there. They get the change, and that's why we've seen the second period be so successful for this program. We've talked about Ariane Gagnon. We've talked about players like Jade Todd and Taylor Scott, really the beating heart of this program. It's been an off game for this team, for this program, and a team like Concordia will force you to do that. But Brianna, there's still a full period of hockey, and we saw against both Bishops and Montreal in the last weekend of the first half of the season. They came in trailing, they answer back, and they win those games in the extra period. What do they got to do in this third period to get them back into it?
So first off, 100%, there's a full 20 minutes left to play this game of hockey, right? Huge opportunity there. A lot can happen in 20 minutes. GGs need to come out with a little bit more intention in how they're managing the puck. We saw it for the past 40 minutes of hockey so far this afternoon that they're forcing passes. They're consistently going, trying to go cross ice. Even if there's 3 Concordia Stingers in that lane, they are adamant that they're going that way. So not only are they forcing a pass that isn't there, but they're also telegraphing what they're going to do with the puck. It's very easy for Concordia to pick that off, especially because I'm finding that Concordia is a lot faster. They're a more physical team. They're anticipating those plays. So GGs need to make the simple plays. Make the passes that are there. If you have open ice, skate the puck into the zone. And when you dump the puck, we know you're tired. We get it. One person has to stay on to forecheck the puck, because that's what we've been seeing as well, is that they dump it in, but there's no forecheck, there's no follow-up, so it's very easy for Concordia to break out, and you're back right in your zone again. It's hard to get that going. So making sure that they're getting the puck in deep, they're forechecking in, and they're keeping their plays simple.
A lot to take away from that period, and a lot to build forward into this third period. This GG's program by no means out of it. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time to wrap up this game and the opening of 2023. Welcome back to the Minto Sports Complex. The GGs down by 2 after 2, looking to get back into this one. It'll be a monumental task against this Stingers team when they're playing this good. The number 1 ranked team in the country, and it doesn't help. They're down a body for 50 seconds.
No, definitely not the way you want to start off the third period, especially when you're down a couple goals.
Can't concede early, and that's what I thought they were just about to do so. It was an excellent pass there by Hemi Fecteau. Fecteau, both goal scorer and distributor. 9 goals, 9 assists on the season.
Now, she's definitely been a dominant player in this matchup this afternoon.
Taylor Sims is able to backhand that one down the length of the ice. That'll just about do it. 10 seconds to go on the Krasinski penalty. And here's Lavoie, Emily Lavoie. Head full of steam, Lavoie. Shifting through a couple, oh, what a move. But an even better stop there by Dubuc.
And great job by Lavoie. She is a smooth skater. She has good hands from what we've seen so far in this game. But again, you have 3 GG's players, and not one of them gets a stick on, not one of them takes a body, just allows Lavoie to go in and have a chance on Dubuc. That can't happen. They
rolled out the red carpet for Lavoie. Took some individual brilliance, but as you say, far too easy for her. That one poked into the path of Minville, and Minville will spin it down the ice. Harkness gets on her horse.
Good job by
Vicky Harkness. She has Clavel in front. Vicky Harkness still on it. Spinning, shooting, backhand, another opportunity. Somehow Clavel doesn't bury that one.
Great couple stops there by Philbert, and good job by Harkness to create the opportunity. Good edge work.
Vicky Harkness on it again. Harkness trying to center it. That one couldn't find the stick of Clavel. In the previous opportunity, GG's sporting director Sue Highland was already celebrating. You'd favor Clavel in that situation.
And again, it was good puck management. It was good body positioning, body protection, I would say, done by Harkness that, allowed for that potential opportunity. So well done there, too, by Harkness.
Vigaro out there. It's an important face-off. The GG's really wanting to keep this puck in the Stinger zone. They're a team that really generates their opportunities on the cycle, and that pass out in front has been key to them. That one, nobody home. Back to Sofigaro. Garo spins, shoots. Off the body of Lalonde. Closed down quickly there was Gendreau. Been a good shift by Sofigaro.
I think this line overall, it's been a pretty solid shift, especially in comparison to what we've seen so far this game.
That one lofted high and reversed into the corner. Gendreau heads off. Taylor Scott, cross ice. Kylie Lalonde. Lalonde still on it. We'll send that one. Kate McLean will be first there. Kate McLean. Dispossessed. Yell takes a tumble. The arms stay down, and then on the second opportunity, look at a tripping call. And the GGs head back to the box. Somehow Bilodeau is going to head off, even though she was the one who tripped over the body.
And this is tough, right? There's been a few calls against the GGs that have put him down a body, I should say, which gives the opportunity to the Concordia Stingers. It's hard when you're already down by a couple goals. The last thing you want to be doing is taking penalties, especially one such as that, like a tripping call.
And you cannot concede here. Drapeau! Oh, that was
close.
Marquin Joubert, who just missed the tap-in. Battle decide. Fecteau. Drapeau. Philbert. Nice passing around. Here's Drapeau. Marquin Joubert, first one there. That one just out of the reach of Leonie Philbert. She'll head back in the direction of her sister. Leonie Philbert. Up to Drapeau. Head up through center. Drapeau still on it, dispossessed. Good stick there, and Ariane Gagnon is able to Taylor Sims is able to get it the length of the ice. At least Philbert leaves it for Leonie Philbert. Gendreau 54 seconds to go. That one just out of the reach of Bureau-Gagnon.
Good pass over there by Gendreau. Right idea, just a little bit out of reach.
Bureau-Gagnon, that one just out of the reach of Gendreau.
And that's it, right? There's been so many opportunities just even in the past almost 4 minutes that we've said, oh, so close, oh, just out of reach. At some point, the odds are that it's going to connect. So GGs need to make sure that they're picking up those players, especially backdoor.
Kate McLean with 30 seconds to go is able to get the puck down the ice. Gendreau, Lavoie.
Nice little move there by Lavoie, as we've seen from her this game.
Opens the body up. She's over the line. And she'll set up the Stingers' power play. Poked off the stick. Alex Clavel has a step. She'll beat Boyer to the puck. So Figaro in front. Clavel just going to try and kill off some time.
Smart, as Garreau was not available, and Mepham ended up not being available either as a trailer.
Back to even strength. The GG's power play penalty kill kills off another one. Here's Yell. Justine Yell over the line. Just a shot that's was never going to travel Aurélie Dubuc.
But even there, it's a good example. So Yell is coming down. Yes, she's to the side. The angle is not great, but the defenseman, Mepham, at that point, basically put her stick too far over to the left and her body too far over to the left. It completely opened up that shooting lane as opposed to keeping her stick outstretched to get a stick on that puck.
That became a Malotny head full of steam as the puck poked off her stick. Riedman follows up and gets it back to Malotny. Malotny stops, fans, and then just sends it into the corner.
Safe place for it to be. Put it down deep.
Kathleen Riedman loses that physical battle, and the GGs are going to take another penalty. Levitt. Yell. Riedman finally touches up. We'll figure out what the call is. Just waiting for the signal. It's Vicky Harkness who heads off to the box.
I think it's going to be, oh. What is?
Just waiting for a signal here.
Everyone's standing around because they're confused, including Coach Grills, who's asking to speak to the officials as well.
It was the official at the far end who called it. We're just trying to get confirmation. It's Kathleen Riedman who heads off to the box. Still waiting for a signal as to what exactly it was.
I think we're also all waiting for an explanation as to what it was as well. And you can see Krasinski speaking with one of the officials.
He's having a word over.
And I didn't see a signal for what that call was. Regardless, though, even though we're all confused as to what the call is, GGs are down on the penalty kill once more.
Leonie Philbert, shot from the point, and it's in.
And now they are not on the penalty kill anymore.
So before the dust settles, Leonie Philbert gets her second of the season, and the GGs are down by 3.
And again, very similar to even her first one. It was just a shot from the point. We did see that it took a deflection on its way over to Dubuc, but not quite sure who did it. Regardless, again, you know, this was a result of a face-off won and a quick shot off by Philbert. And before you even know it, it's in the back of the net, and the GGs are down by 3 goals now.
So we'll wait and get confirmation. We'll wait and get confirmation on the goal as well, because as you mentioned, was deflected on its way through. Whether that's off a maroon shirt or a gray shirt, we'll figure out momentarily. But either way, another goal involvement for Leonie Philbert. Reese Mepham can't control it in that one. Just out of the reach of Levitt. Minville gets there first and then skates herself into trouble.
And there's another penalty called, and there's a penalty called on, I believe it's Reese Mepham as well.
Well, the GG's headed back to the penalty.
But I believe
to the penalty
two
kill.
Calls. I think it's an offsetting.
So they're going to grab Mepham, and it looks like they're going to grab,
I think,
Levitt.
So
yeah, so offsetting minors, one for interference, one for roughing.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
So Levitt and Mepham head off to the box. We'll stay at 5-on-5. Caroline Ouellette will go over and have a talk with Levitt. Just trying to figure out what's going on.
If they can include us on the conversation, that'd be great too, because I think we're wondering the same thing.
And Krasinski Able to get it out, but only as far as Yell. Yell.
Good play there by Reedman.
Bureau Gagnon had a half chance. Taylor Scott just backhands that one out to center. Boyer. We're still yet to get a confirmation of what that penalty was. Scott. Onto Lalonde. Out of the reach of Lalonde. Finds Veillette. Clavel into the path of Harkness. Vicky Harkness. Watched by McIntyre. Catherine Burkby steps up from the point. And McIntyre is able to get it cross ice. Courtney Rice able to find Chloe Gendreau. Gendreau over the line. She has Lavoie going to the net. Rice. Rice a shot. That one gloved by Orly DeBook. Leonie Philbert spins it. Out of the reach of Drapeau. Minville cross ice. Jade Todd ramps it, kept in by Fecteau, and then easily gloved there by Orly DeBook. Philbert, a shot gloved by Orly DeBook. As mentioned, coming into the game, the GG's 7-0 at home this season. Unless they can pull a rabbit out of the hat, it looks like that run will be ending. The GG's also on a 3-0 run to close out the season. And here's Drapeau. Played her part in this game. Taylor Sims. Malotny will chase after that one. She'll beat Richard there, but Yell is able to find the puck. Taylor Sims, the GG's rare opportunity in the offensive zone, and Taylor Sims shoots it right into the midsection of Beganzier. Yell passed one. Sims first one there. Another physical battle ensues. Stingers have done a great job of winning those physical battles. They're not the biggest team. They don't play like the Montreal Carabins usually do, where we're used to seeing them pinning the players against the boards and winning those physical battles, but they've done an effective job in this one.
And I was going to mention, Concordia has played quite physical this afternoon during the game, which, maybe not to the same point as Montreal, but I find just more effective in what they've been doing while also still being clean.
Only taken the 2 penalties so far in this one. It's been a very disciplined game by Julie Chu's team. Boyer, room to step into that one, and nice save there by DeBook.
And DeBook, even though there have been 4 goals that have gone past her overall during this game, she's made some pretty solid stops. Like a couple of the goals she didn't even see. Other times, not really a chance. I don't say maybe one that should have been stopped, which I believe was the 3rd one there in the last period. But other than that, she's come up pretty great with some stops here during this game.
GG's will head to the power play. Sophie Caro had her stick slashed out of her hands. And Lavoie returns to the box, the second penalty she's taken. We were just talking about how much of a disciplined game the Stingers have been playing. The GG's an opportunity to get into this one.
And And again, they've had some pretty good movement on the power plays that they've had so far, so they need to continue the movement and just get more shots that are on net. Get Philbert moving and find that open person. Find the open passing lanes instead of forcing them.
It's the second unit that starts for the University of Ottawa, as Leonie Philbert is able to backhand it out of the zone. Kathleen Reedman will skate after it. Fecteau hot in pursuit. Emmy Fecteau will win that battle. She's hauled down. The arms stay down. Jade Todd backhands it calmly back to Reedman. Look at that aggressive play there by the Stingers. They force another mistake. Here's Biesenthal. Reedman, Todd, Biesenthal. Bilodeau, it bounced out, and I want a chance for Clavel. We saw one she just missed earlier in this game. Reedman, Clavel. Falls on the puck, a quick whistle at exactly 10 minutes. And Olivia Hale taking exception to the stick play of Alex Clavel. Falling on the puck. So we do have confirmation of what the Kathleen Reedman penalty was. It was for ineligible player on the ice. One you don't see every day. Jake Todd will head off, so Vigato steps into the draw. She loses it. Angelique Prue chases after it. 45 seconds to go. Puck held at the line, if only for a moment. That one heads back. Ariane Minville. Malotny. That one just missed Harkness. Harkness reversed to Prue. She has Malotny at the back post. Fanned on her pass. Minville. Malotny. Harkness. Harkness! And frozen by Philbert. Eight seconds to go in the penalty to Emilie Lavoie. GG's win the faceoff. Minville. Minville loses it in her skates. Is able to smuggle it on. What a passing play! Sophie Gatto couldn't finish it, and then she's checked into the net, dislodging it. What a play there by Abigail Malotny. Nine minutes, 3 seconds to go. Be a face-off to the left of Alice Philbert. Concordia Stingers 10-3 record on the season. Top of the RSCQ. It's Catherine Burkby's hauled down. Here's Richard. Richard up to Fecteau. Fecteau can't poke it past Krasinski. And it finds its way to Drapeau. Odd man rush. Drapeau. Saucer pass. That one just out of the reach of Big Anseer. Fecteau follows up on it. Back come the Stingers. They're not done. Leonie Philbert spins and it's into the skates of Big Anseer. Big Anseer had eyes for the bench. Drapeau will allow her team to change and dump that one in. DeBook out to Collecton. Gigi's not talking to each other. Hale. Long shot kicked aside there by Krasinski. Lalonde. She has McLean making a darting run ahead of her. Beatrice Bilodeau, we haven't seen too much of in this game, is on it now. Bilodeau stops. Gets a shove. Then turns it over. She's on it now. Path opens up on the backhand. Bilodeau, it's stuck in the blocker of at least Philbert. She'll freeze it up. 7 minutes, 49 seconds to go.
Good sequence of events there by the GG, especially Bilodeau. You know, we've seen her in the game, but she hasn't been her usual forechecking kamikaze kind of self. But that sequence there where she accepted the pass, went in, got the puck. She battled off 3 Concordia Stingers, then got it back and had a nice little whack from Hale and still managed to get a backhand shot off on net.
The seam just opened up for her. As Taylor Sims again, a shot into the body. Back come the Stingers. Good play there by Prue. Prue muscles aside, Yell. It's all over the back of her.
And you can see Greg Bull's not really happy with the lack of call on that. There was definitely a hook on Prue on that play.
Here's Taylor Scott. Scott tries the dump in, and it's off a Stinger, and she'll touch it in offside. Top line out there for the University of Ottawa. If they're going to have any hope of getting back into this one, they need to grab one soon. And this is the line to do it. Here's Jade Todd, forced down to one knee. She is able to get it in over the line. Here's Gendreau.
Good speed there by Gendreau. She goes by Minville.
Rung all the way around the boards as Philbert goes all the way back to collect. At least we'll leave it for Leone.
Smart play there by Leone. Philbert. Good patience shown.
Real mature head on her young shoulders, but it's turned over. Lavoie in on the back check. Gets the stick off, gets the puck off Malotny's stick. Here's Gendreau. Chloe Gendreau, head up, looking for a teammate. See, she's all alone. Camille Richard had jumped up in the play late. But Gendreau elects to do it herself. Gonna bleed it.
See, and this is where a third person should be going in there because Harkness was kind of in no man's land.
Vecto! She lifted that one over the net.
You had 2 GG's players in there, 2 Concordia players in your defensive zone. You need to have a third player that's in there to win that battle.
Here's Catherine Birkby into the draw now. She loses that one. The GGs have not been good on the draw today. It's been a problem for them all season.
And that's really how that 4th goal ended up being scored on the power play as well. It was just a nicely won draw by Concordia and a shot by Philbert.
And there's still a lot of season to be played. Obviously left a couple more weekends. The playoffs don't start officially until late February, early March. The playoffs, the potential starting day is the 27th of February. So that last weekend, the weekend after the family day-long weekend. And Chelsea Grills has always talked about lessons. In this game, a lesson for the GGs is that one was Drapeau at the back post. And I think that is what has earned her success here in Ottawa since she's become head coach officially at the beginning of this season, but unofficially the beginning midway through the 2019 season. No game is ever perfect with GG's head coach Chelsea Grills. Is that one Lavoie on the backhand? Nice save there as Boulanger had found herself all alone.
And that's been the theme of this game as well. Concordia is found all by themselves in a slot area scoring position with no GG around.
Figaro is able to win that puck off, and Reese Meffam catarams it off the boards. It takes a deflection off Kylie Lalonde. No, it doesn't. And it's icing. Four minutes, 37 seconds left to go. And this game feeling pretty wrapped up. Stingers have put on professional performance here. Kate McLean can't get that one past Boyer. She blocks the puck, finds its way back to Boyer. Boyer gives Sophie Gatto a shove. Here's Kylie Lalonde. Lalonde trying to center it for McLean. Had her stick in her midsection. Couldn't get hers down and deflect that one goalwards. Marquin-Joubert. Shot that easily finds its way to the stick of Dubuc, who freezes it up. 3 minutes 50 seconds left to go. As we mentioned before the broadcast, this Orly Dubuc's last game with the University of Ottawa for some time. She'll head off to Lake Placid, New York to represent Canada for the Winter Universität. Greg Bellows will join her. Is that one a muscle to the front of the net? And Chloe Gendreau will beat Dubuc. It's 5-1 for the Concordia Stingers.
Interesting. Gendreau really just came out from the corner there, and it looked like a nothing shot. It looked like a very innocent play, and I, in fact, thought Dubuc had it, froze it for a whistle, but no, it apparently must have just snuck in there somehow past Dubuc, which doesn't happen very often.
Beat on the glove side. That'll make it a 5-1 hockey game. Here's Courtney Rice back on the offense. The goal scorer, Chloe Gendreau. Lavoie shifting past Prue, and then Prue gives her a shove and will take a penalty.
Now, is that a hit? Yes. Was it the only hit in this game? No. Is it the only one that's going to be called in this game? Yes. So, I mean, that pretty much sums up how the officiating has been for this game this afternoon.
Gigi's head to the box for the 5th time tonight. 2 and 4 so far as Angelique Prue draws a hitting call. Philbert has both goals on the power play. Fecteau kick save there by Dubuc.
Good play by Todd to just send it away from the front of the net into the corner.
Again, Sear off to Philbert. Drapeau aiming for the 5-hole.
Miscommunication there between Malotny and Meffam, so neither of them are able to ice it.
Big end Sear. Philbert fakes the shot. Finds its way to Drapeau. Philbert. Big end Sear bobbles off her stick.
Ooh.
Philbert. Heads up play, touch pass. Emmy Fecteau, that one just wide. Philbert holds the line. Big Sear looking for Drapeau at the back post.
And again, a miscommunication between Todd and Minville, and instead of icing it, it goes right back to Concordia.
Fecteau, that one saved by Dubuc. She spills the rebound, and the GGs clear the puck. Here's Philbert. Up to Lavoie. She's dispossessed. Harkness to Birkby. And then they'll say that one went into the GG's bench.
And you can see the frustration from the GGs, even just there, a little bit of an extra bump after the whistle by Birkby on the Concordia Stinger player. It's, a lot of frustration you can see from the GGs with this game, how it turned out.
Face-off won by the GGs. Harkness just gets it down to her zone. Krasinski gets to the puck. And Birkby off to the races. Birkby and Harkness. Off to Harkness. Vicky Harkness. Head up. Stops. And Krasinski dumps the puck in, so the GGs are able to kill a couple extra seconds off in this one, and they take another penalty. Lavoie will send that one into the GG zone. Dubuc will hold up, and we'll get the GGs for roughing. They'll send Michaela Krasinski to the box. The Stingers will be up 2 bodies for 6 seconds when Angelique Prue steps out of the box. So unless the Stingers score again, the GGs will be shorthanded for the rest of this contest. This one, as it comes out, Drapeau almost tapped that one in.
Good clear by Malotny there.
Malotny able to get a stick on it, but not able to get it down the ice. Drapeau. Drapeau and Philbert switch spots. Drapeau shot, that one deflected wide. They can't see her. Vecto, patience, that one just wide. We're into the final minute of play here. Leonie Philbert. Vecto, circling. Path to the net open for her. Emi Vecto. We're going to call Reese Meffam for holding. Third penalty in 2 minutes the GGs have taken. Oh, my apologies. It's
I was going to say.
Marquin Joubert, who they'll call for holding on Reese Meffam.
Wow. Yeah, that was a very clear display of holding. Wow, that was... I mean, Meffam even dropped her stick. She almost fell to show that she was being held. It took that long to call it.
We're both all tied up and pointed in the same direction. So they'll grab Marquin Joubert, and we'll finish the game at 4-on-4. A heavy collision there as Taylor Sims and Boyer come together. Seconds will bleed away on this game. Off to Boyer. The GGs will be in action next weekend right back here. Friday, they'll host the Bishops University Gators. It should be a good game. The last time those two teams played, we went into the shootout. Alyssa Biesenthal, the hero on that occasion. 3 goals if you include 2 in the shootout. They'll then travel to play the Montreal Carabin on Sunday night. That game going at 2 p.m. We won't see the Concordia Stingers back here till the end of the month, Friday, January 27th. The GGs dropped this one by a score of 5-1. Brianna, quickly the 3 stars of the night.
Thank you. I was going to say, with that, 3 stars of this game. With the 3rd star, it's Abigail Malotny from the GGs with 1 goal during the game. And again, that 200-foot play, definitely deserving of that. 2nd star is Emi Fecteau, number 29 on Concordia, with 2 goals and an assist, 3-point game for her. Wonderful performance, and she was just all over the ice, very involved in every aspect, including the power play as well. And for the 1st star is Leonie Philbert from Concordia as well, number 6, a defender on the blue line there, also with 2 goals and 1 assist, a 3-point game for her. And again, she was all over, penalty kill, power play. She was very, very involved in this game and well deserving the 1st star.
Thank you for that, Brianna. Like I said, we'll be back in action Friday night. If you haven't gotten enough of your U Sports hockey fix, the GG's men's hockey team will be back in action tomorrow afternoon against these Concordia Stingers, the men's equivalent, obviously, right here from the Minto Sports Complex. Ty McDonald will return on the call, and Brianna, you yourself will be on that as well. But for myself, we'll see you next weekend. Have a good night, folks.